Welcome to a special edition of the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And meow.
Just a couple of mates who thought we're pretty sick this week and we need an excuse to catch up now that our old dads have busy schedules.
Catch up every week, discuss the good old days, as well as what's going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into the spicy cough, then this is a podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday. And remember, never try to fix your mate's Slinky.
Welcome to the sickest podcast this week.
Hosted
in Australia.
In Australia. Our sponsors this week are Panadol and Dettol.
And Glen 20.
Glen 20.
How mad would that be to actually get a Glen 20 sponsorship? Glen 20 is so expensive. I buy the Aldi stuff. Wait,
yeah.
Public service announcement. Glen 20 is like $8 a can. The Aldi one's like $3. Does the same shit.
One of them just smells like gastro. Like it smells fine.
Yeah.
But like it just reminds you of gastro. Yeah, so sure. You just spray that, you're like, someone shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But it smells like lavender or something like that. Yeah. It's like that. Someone shits everywhere.
Okay. Everyone listening and watching, if you haven't guessed, we've both got COVID.
Spicy cough. I've only had spicy cough this week. I didn't know it was called that.
I love the spicy cough.
Yeah, but it's so much better, isn't it? But it's fucking exactly like that. You'll be fine, and then the next week you just start like you just have this. Like it's not even a bad cough. You know, if you're coughing up anything, you'll just this, and then you're good for another 3 hours.
We're filming this a day late. We normally film on a Thursday, but it's a Friday now because we couldn't quite make it yesterday. So take me through it, mate. I haven't had a chance to catch up. I sent you a snap that I had COVID and you went, me too. And I went, oh, shit. So, all right, take me through your week, mate. You said last week when I asked this question, you'd be able to fire it off straight away. So how was your week, mate?
Mate, this week has been riveting. I think I've traveled from the bedroom to the couch and the occasional meeting in the office that I couldn't move. Yeah. So I'd like rock up and do this kind of thing. But it's just been, you're like, oh yeah, I'm over it. And then you're not over it.
Okay. So when did you first start getting symptoms?
Sunday, I think.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. And when was your worst day for you?
Oh, worst day? Probably.
Like, was it straight away or was it a couple of days?
No, it's a couple of days. Probably Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday, and then probably last night, this morning.
Wow.
So I had a few days where I was better. Yeah. I took a test.
Come back. Yeah.
Yeah. I took a test to be like, all right, I'm over it. Because some people said they've only had it 2 days.
Yeah.
I haven't had bad symptoms. I've just had like be fine, then symptoms, then fine, then symptoms. So
yeah, lingering on.
Yeah. What about you, mate?
Much similar. Like, so it was going around to my kids' school all the last couple of weeks. Actually, since school started, even Lainey said on the first day there was a girl in her class said, "Oh, I don't feel well, miss," and she stood up and she spewed in the middle of the classroom. They actually live next door to us, and we found out she had COVID, and we're like, oh, well, it looks like my daughter's going to get it, but she didn't end up getting it then. But I think last week it was just everywhere at the school, and then the girls were a bit funny Friday night. They were definitely sick Saturday, and then Sunday we thought, nah, we better test them, and then they got it. And then Sunday night, Monday morning, I started to come down with symptoms and stuff. Like, I'm not too bad, touch wood, but I have probably the most sore throat I've had in my life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But besides that, it's just pretty much a cold. Like, you know, I got sniffles and stuff, but I've had the worst sore throat in my life. I sound like a late night radio host. Hey, you're with Howie and Al on the Linking Slinkies podcast. Be sure to stick around for some sexy stories. Maybe we should do some ASMR while I'm at it.
Yeah, your voice does sound a lot. Your voice sounds better than normal.
Oh,
Can you keep this? Just doing wonders. Yeah, I didn't get the throat though. I've just got like a nose. I've got a nose.
Me too.
I just feel like my nose is running, but it's not.
Yeah.
And just hay fever. I just have hay fever.
Yeah.
And it goes away.
Yeah, and I've only had Panadol. Oh no, I actually found some leftover codeine. Shout out to
Yeah.
codeine. Had a couple of those. Set me through the day and got me through. But apart from that, it hasn't been too bad. Just my throat's killing me. A couple of days ago, I couldn't even talk the whole day. So I'm sure everyone was loving that.
I feel like it'd be better if I could leave the house. I feel like if I got out into some fresh air and did some stuff, I feel like I went out the other day. I was feeling better, so I went and kicked a ball in the park.
Yeah.
Like I live right next door to the park, so there was no one there. And
It's
then
not the
like
cops.
10 o'clock. That's what the cops gonna say. And then like 10:30, 11 o'clock the other night, I went for a walk.
Yeah.
Just to get some fresh air while no one was around, and I never felt better. Like I was actually feeling so much better. But just being inside, hot and cold with the aircon, just feels like it's not getting better. But it will.
Yeah, and I think the worst part for me is the girls did have COVID, and my 1-year-old was getting teeth, had a bad nappy rash, and had COVID. And I had COVID, and everyone else in the house had COVID. So it was just like, if I could just fucking sit on the couch and watch Family Guy and chill out all day would be fine. But it's just the no sleep and no rest sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's been the hardest part. And being home 7 days straight without leaving is the hardest part. Like you said, I just want to fucking get out of the house. Like I've got cabin fever.
Yeah.
I'm very much a person that can't stay home every single day.
Yeah.
I've got to go out. I've just got to do something, even if it's just going to get milk. It's like, oh, we're running low milk. I'll go get it. Like, I'll go out. I just need to go out. I need that purpose. It's like, and then I'll stay home all day. That's fine. But I don't know. There's something about.
Got to get out once. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to go out and get that COVID, mate. I've already got it. What you saying before? If this was the same time last year, you'd be like, fully supported. It's like, you take all the time you need, all the help you need, everything. And it's like, oh, I've got COVID. And they're like, so? Fucking everyone does.
Yeah.
Get back to
Didn't
work.
You hear?
Get back to work.
So we're only doing a quick episode today because we are dying. It's dramatic. But we didn't want to lose our streak.
Yes.
And we also have some comments we need to reply to, and
we can rant about some other stuff after that. But I don't know. I don't have too much to say about COVID, but thankfully myself and my family are all getting better and we didn't have it too bad, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people have had it much worse, which is I feel really sorry for and stuff.
Yeah.
So but we'll be getting better.
Definitely. All righty. What we got? Comments,
mate. So last week we had an episode.
Comments.
And originally we were going to call it something about superheroes, but then we started talking about Grace Tame and stuff. And then we thought, oh, why not just call it something to do with Grace Tame? So we called the episode Grace Tame for PM. And I thought it would attract some, I don't know, some new listeners, some comments or whatever. And we got a couple of good ones, mate. Do you want to read them out?
Yeah. I think we're in a bit of trouble here. All right, so we got feminism debunked. So we already know, like they've already.
Is that the name of the person commenting? Here we go.
They already know. They've already made a decision of whose side they're on.
Really?
Grace Tame has changed her story. She first claimed it happened between 20 and 30 times, but now claims it happened nearly every day for 6 months. What happened? Like what? What?
Oh, the sexual assaults, because she's a sexual assault.
We didn't talk.
We didn't even mention. I know. I didn't even know what she did. I mentioned they didn't listen to the episode.
We just thought she was. We just thought she was funny that one time in her tweet. Just thought her tweet was funny. Should we just comment? We just thought her tweet was funny.
Nah. Feminism debunked.
Yeah, can't argue with them.
I bet she didn't even watch the whole video.
They probably didn't watch it at all. They probably just saw Grace Tame for PM and commented that.
Yeah.
How much does your life suck?
Oh, that's we've briefly mentioned it before, but if your life goal is to put shitty comments on YouTube, like fucking get a life, you dickhead. especially when it's something. Imagine you're a guy and your whole goal in life is to have an account called Feminism Debunked. And you go around searching the internet for videos with Grace Tame in it, with sexual assault victims. No, she claimed that he blah, 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 but blah, blah, blah. She's changing her story. She's a blah, 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 blah. It's like, fucking hell, mate. Like, calm down. Like, get a life, you loser.
Yeah.
Who hurt you? Was it your
Who hurt
parents?
you?
Was it the chick in high school that said you had a small cock and laughed at you and you stayed a virgin until you're 30 and you had to hire a fucking prostitute, you piece of shit? Fuck you.
Alex has some feelings over
Feminism debunked. Feminism isn't actually real. I'm going to actually debunk it. You wanker.
Then we got Adelaide Crows highlights.
Oh,
It's just highlights of it's football highlights. Okay, so we can see how she's upset them. Grace Tame had a relationship with a man who she was married. What an inspiration! Even spelt it wrong.
I wasn't even claiming she didn't, or they're trying to get her credibility, I guess. It's whatever. I wasn't even talking about. I was talking about the awesome tweet you did to ScoMo.
We talked about a funny tweet she did. Anyway, and then the last one, Goldman.
Goldman. Yeah, right.
Watch out, Jenny Morrison. She's an abused child, promiscuous party girl. She might try to steal your husband. How many affairs has she had with a married man? Awesome. Cool.
Okay, wow. Thanks for you so much for your valuable input, you fucking losers. Get a life.
But her tweet was really funny.
I did. Regardless of all that stuff, whatever. It must be so hard for women to come. It's so hard for women to come forward and deal with sexual assault charges, let alone with other guys going, no, once she said it was 20 times, but then she changed it to 22. She's a fucking liar. Get your story straight. Mate, I don't know what I fucking had for breakfast. Like, just chill out.
Yeah.
Why? I just don't understand the need to go out of your way to do that. What?
Yeah.
Who hurt you? Why is your life so shit that you have to do that?
Imagine. Here's something. I don't know if this was it you telling me how much your life would suck if you were second worst? Was it you telling me that or someone else?
I don't think so.
Someone was telling me that. Imagine how shit your life would be if you were the second worst person. You know, like, you come second last. Like you weren't even good enough to come last. Like people get, like if you were the second worst terrorist.
ISIS light.
Yeah, like you weren't good enough to be the best, and you weren't shit enough to be the worst.
Oh yeah, because even the
second
worst gets highlighted.
Even the worst gets mentioned. No one mentions the second worst. So like, so you're shit. You're so shit, but you're even shitter than the worst because you didn't even get mentioned.
If there was a shit contest, you wouldn't even lose that. You'd come second.
You wouldn't even lose that. If there's a shit contest, you wouldn't even lose it. So these are the kind of people. I think these are the second worst people.
Should just call this. What should we call this episode? Grace Tame is a good person.
Hey, we're getting YouTube comments.
Yeah, I'm all for the interaction. They dislike the video, mate.
They dislike the video.
There should be a feature where you have to watch a certain amount of a YouTube video before you can dislike it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to dislike a video based off the title, I reckon. You should click the button and it should say, well, there, cowboy. Looks like you're trying to dislike a video you didn't fucking watch, you idiot. Here, you need to T-minus 6 minutes before you make that decision, you fucking wanker.
Yeah, we could have, we're not, but we could have been on their side. They probably could have just...
Halfway through, we could have read some new information that changed our mind.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. We could have been agreeing with them. They wouldn't know.
Ridiculous, mate. But
obviously, I also take hate mail well.
Yeah, I don't care. I got a couple of private comments, mate, sent in to me that straight DMs. To me, mate. Straight, it slid in my DMs, mate. Said the return of the sponsors. We're a fan. Thank you so much for supporting our sponsor last week. It was a big help. It was great, and it helps out and supports the podcast. So thank you for that. And no sponsor this week, though. Maybe might throw in a surprise sponsor. Depends how I feel. And somebody was also happy about the death metal segment, which I was surprised as well. I didn't want to take up too much time with that. They were happy with my unique perspective on death metal, but it's not very unique perspective, and I felt very self-conscious, but I needed to get off my chest.
Yeah.
Because and I also went to that concert, mate, which was
that's right. How was
awesome.
concert?
It was really good. I don't think I got COVID from the concert. I might have.
Yeah. Well, you probably could have. You probably gave it to everybody.
No, that was before. That was Thursday night. It was really good. Really good concert. I just miss live music so much. It's so good. It's so awesome to hear music live and to be in a room full of people that just love music as well.
Yeah.
I just love that. Can't wait till we just listen to the podcast, hey, mate?
Yeah,
just catching up on old episodes.
Just catch up on old episodes. Actually, quick play. Yeah. Well, I thought I better listen to it before I comment on it. I was just going to comment that I disagree, but I thought I better listen to it.
yeah. What it says. It says sexual assault hotline. I disagree. You sure about that, Howie?
No, I was just saying if you could see the views, but yeah, I found the views.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some lines to read while my voice sounds as sexy. Just give me some lines. I'll read out. I'll just tell me what to say.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. I want you to say, depressed donkey discharged over the Devon.
Depressed donkey discharged over the Devon. How was that?
You sound like one of those people that works in an office all day and then goes to their second job on the sex hotline.
Yeah.
So, did you try restarting it?
Yeah. 1,300 DILFs, you've reached Brandon. What's going on? What am I wearing? Just a hoodie. I'm doing the dishes and unpacking the dishwasher. And I remembered not to put the wooden utensils in the top rack. Need a DILF hotline.
So there's this, I'm reading a book at the moment on habits. And, like how...
Weren't you reading that 6 months ago, mate?
No.
Different. Make a habit of finishing that book.
I'm not going to tell my story now. Now everyone misses out. So I was reading, and, just how quickly we create a habit. We don't even think about it kind of thing. But I wonder if those sex hotline workers just have such a habit of answering the phone, and then they're just working a NRMA or something on the hotline.
Yeah.
Calls up to do a thing, and it's like, hey, baby, what you doing?
I just want to renew my rego. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh,
I can do more than that for you. What's going on?
That's great. Oh, I realized that forming habits years ago. So when I first realized that, I used to play this game called Team Fortress 2, which was awesome. And my sister's a really good cook, and she made this slice called chocolate rough slice, which is one of my favorite desserts of all time. Whenever I'm there, I want her to make it for me. It's called chocolate rough slice. Google it. It's really good. And I used to play this game for hours on end. And I'll go to the fridge and I'll get a big piece of it and I would eat it and I would play this game. And I did. And when she made the thing, I would do it like day after day after day in a row. And of course, I would run out of chocolate rough slice. And let's say on the 4th, 5th day, I would sit down and play the game. And in my mouth, I would almost already be tasting the chocolate rough slice. And I had already formed that habit. And that after a couple of days, and I was like, holy shit, you can actually form a habit that quick or associate something like that. So you could easily form good habits that quick, easily, just in a couple of days.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. But that was just funny they mentioned that. I just thought of that. Yeah. It's so easy to form a habit, which is a double-edged sword because, eating chocolate slice while playing video games isn't the best habit.
That's very interesting though.
Yeah, or
I'm
doing a
enjoying it.
certain task with another task, especially with food with me or
Yeah,
drinks, certain drinks like an energy drink when I go into a meeting or whatever. Or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but you can easily
What's it?
form. What's some good habits, mate? What about going to the gym?
Yeah, well, it's interesting though because it's like talking about habits. So the best way, there's 4 steps to creating a habit, and the last step of it is generally like a reward system that you get. So
Mm.
like your phone dings and you open it, and it's a message, and usually you get good messages. Like no, it's not always a bad
Well, not
message,
if you talk about
but
Grace Tame, but go on.
I'm sure that goes down. But so every time that phone dings, you open it, and the reward is it's your friend or it's information you need to know or something
Yeah.
like that. So there's that reward. And it's the same as like when we were kids, every Thursday night we went grocery shopping. After that, we got takeaways. Every time we go grocery shopping, it's like, all right, now we got to get takeaway kind of thing. And look, there's heaps of things that you sort of put this together. What's one, like every time I type, I crack my knuckles without thinking.
Yeah.
It's the habit that I've just done over and over again. The reward is that feeling of knuckles crack, that noise, it feels like release, all that kind of thing. So it's talking about when you're trying to form a habit is trying to have it's something specific, make sure it's achievable, I guess. But then what's the reward system and a few other things if you're going to create a habit, what can you do to tick all these boxes?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really interesting.
How can you break a habit then?
Yeah, breaking habits obviously much harder, but that's where it comes down to like trying not to break it, but trying to adjust it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Very interesting, mate. Give me another line to read.
Another read. Howie has all the hats.
Howie has all the hats.
How's my voice? Does my voice sound clogged or? No. Okay, cool. It feels like it does, but that's all right.
Not as much. No, it was
I'm just
legit the
living off.
worst sore throat I've ever had, mate. It's actually tickling right now, mate. But look at the things I do for this podcast, mate. Putting myself in danger of another sore throat. Just for our
Did you just
beautiful
go,
listeners.
look. What was that about?
Got COVID, mate. Give me a break.
Okay, you couldn't get the words out. So, do you want to call this quits? This week's episode?
Yeah, mate, my throat's actually killing me. This will be the worst episode ever.
No, this is the best episode.
I can't believe it. I want everyone to send us in an email suggestion what you would like coming up on we're coming up on 30 episodes. So if you'd like us to do something special for episode 30, let us know. Linking slinkies@gmail.com or slide into the Instagram DMs.
Yeah.
We've still got a TikTok account, didn't end up getting banned, which is great.
Yeah. Even any topics that you'd like us to tackle,
Yeah.
let us know. We'll
tackle those topics.
Tackle those topics.
Any habit forming topics or anything, mate.
Yeah. Anything you want to learn more about, let us know.
Or Grace Tame. We're pretty good experts at her.
Yeah. Or in her tweets.
That's great. All right. Just a quick episode this week. Sorry, guys. We'll be back in better form next week.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if you have a broken slinky and you have a shit cunt of a mate, just remember.
Never try to fix your mate's slinky.
Spicy cough.